Today, where we will be discussing 9 early warning signs of stroke that can quietly appear days or even weeks before a major stroke actually occurs, often sending signals that are subtle enough to be ignored, yet important enough to change the outcome when recognized early. Every 40 seconds, someone experiences a stroke. But what most people are never told is that the brain frequently begins signaling distress well before the emergency unfolds. And medical research consistently shows that a significant number of stroke patients notice symptoms in advance, but dismiss them as stress, fatigue, or minor health issues. In this video, you will learn how to recognize these early warning signs, understand what they mean, and identify when your body may be asking for help long before a life-altering medical emergency occurs, giving you the opportunity to act while prevention is still possible. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and know that this space exists to provide clear, science-based health information designed to help you protect your brain, your body, and your future. And if you find this content helpful, consider subscribing so you never miss important health insights that could one day make a real difference. By the end of this video, you will understand 9 medically documented warning signs that often appear before a stroke rather than during it. And while this information is not a replacement for professional medical care, it can help you recognize when seeking immediate evaluation is necessary, with all referenced research responsibly verified and linked below. Let us begin. The first warning sign is a new and unusual headache that feels distinctly different from anything you have experienced before, often appearing suddenly, persisting longer than expected, and failing to respond to rest, hydration, or your usual remedies. This type of headache, known in medical literature as a sentinel headache, is concerning not simply because of pain intensity, but because of the clear change in pattern, as research shows that changes in blood flow within the brain can trigger these headaches days before a stroke occurs, making them an important early signal that should never be ignored or dismissed as routine stress. The second warning sign is a transient ischemic attack, commonly referred to as a mini stroke, which may involve sudden facial drooping, arm weakness, vision changes, or slurred speech that resolves within minutes or hours, leading many people to mistakenly believe the danger has passed. In reality, a transient ischemic attack represents a temporary blockage of blood flow to the brain and is one of the strongest predictors of a future stroke, serving as a clear warning that the brain is at risk and that immediate medical evaluation is critical rather than optional. The third warning sign involves dizziness, or balance problems that appear without an obvious explanation, such as feeling unsteady, lightheaded, or as though the environment is spinning. Symptoms that can emerge when the areas of the brain responsible for balance and coordination receive reduced blood flow. Because dizziness is common and often attributed to aging, fatigue, or inner ear issues, these symptoms are frequently overlooked. Yet when they occur persistently or alongside other neurological changes, they may reflect early vascular compromise within the brain. The fourth warning sign includes changes in vision, such as blurred sight, double vision, blind spots, or difficulty judging distance, which can appear intermittently and therefore be dismissed as eye strain or temporary fatigue. The visual centers of the brain require constant blood supply to function properly, and when that supply becomes unstable, even brief visual disturbances may serve as early warnings that should prompt medical attention, particularly when combined with headaches, dizziness, or weakness. The fifth warning sign involves changes in speech or language, which may include slurred words, difficulty finding the right words, slower speech, or trouble understanding others. Symptoms that often appear subtly and intermittently before becoming more pronounced. Because speech relies on precise coordination between multiple regions of the brain, even mild disruptions can signal compromised blood flow, making speech changes one of the most reliable early indicators of developing neurological risk. The sixth warning sign is weakness or numbness, affecting one side of the body, such as an arm, leg, or side of the face, which may begin subtly as heaviness, tingling, or reduced strength and gradually worsen over time. When these symptoms consistently affect the same side of the body, They strongly suggest that specific areas of the brain are not receiving adequate blood supply, making this pattern especially important to recognize and address early. The seventh warning sign is persistent, unexplained fatigue that does not improve with rest and feels disproportionate to daily activity, often accompanied by mental fog, reduced concentration, and a sense that simple tasks require unusually high effort. Because the brain consumes a significant portion of the body's energy, reduced blood flow forces it to operate under strain, leading to deep exhaustion that many stroke survivors later recognize as an early signal they initially overlooked. The eighth warning sign is sudden hearing loss, particularly when it affects one ear and develops rapidly over hours or days, sometimes accompanied by dizziness or balance problems. The inner ear shares blood supply with critical regions of the brain, which means sudden hearing changes can reflect early disturbances in circulation, especially in individuals with cardiovascular risk factors, making this symptom one that requires immediate medical evaluation. The ninth and final warning sign includes atypical neurological symptoms such as sudden confusion, difficulty understanding language, unexplained nausea or vomiting, fainting episodes, seizures, or unusual tingling sensations that may appear sporadically and seem unrelated at first. While each of these symptoms can have multiple explanations on its own, the appearance of several unusual neurological changes over days or weeks often reflects a broader pattern of compromised blood flow within the brain, and recognizing that pattern is key to early intervention. The 9 warning signs discussed today highlight the brain's remarkable ability to signal danger before irreversible damage occurs, offering a critical window for prevention that too often goes unused. Stroke is frequently preventable when caught early, and recognizing these warning signs can mean the difference between full recovery and permanent disability, or even life and death. If you recognize any of these symptoms in yourself or someone else, seeking immediate medical care is essential, because emergency treatments are most effective when action is taken quickly. Remember the fast warning signs of face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and time to act. But also remember that the body often speaks long before the emergency arrives. By learning to listen to these early signals, you are giving yourself and your loved ones a powerful advantage, one that can truly save lives. If this video was helpful, consider sharing it with those you care about, because awareness is one of the strongest tools we have in preventing stroke. And thank you for taking the time to learn, stay informed, and protect your brain health.